What is your favorite unsolved mystery? Unsolved Mystery 1, Lars Mittank, a German who never made it home, was last seen running out of an airport, climbing the surrounding fence, and disappearing into the forest, never to be seen again. Unsolved Mystery 2, who killed John Bennett Ramsey? Only the family was inside the house, and there was no forced entry. Who killed an innocent 6-year-old? According to a Redditor, most of the evidence points to her mom, but much of it was circumstantial, making it hard to make solid accusations. John Bennett was a child beauty contestant, but her mother had also been involved in adult pageants. Image was critically important, but at home, John Bennett was like any other 6-year-old and enjoyed being a tomboy. She also had a pretty bad bedwetting habit. The night before her murder, they went to a Christmas party and had a spat about what John Bennett wanted to wear. She wanted to wear a new t-shirt from the Gap instead of a holiday dress. The investigator who put together this theory suggested they had been upset with each other the day before. The theory goes that John Bennett wet the bed, woke her mom to tell her, and her mom, probably out of exhaustion or frustration, smacked her hard, maybe knocking her into the edge of a bathtub or with some kind of object. John Bennett probably went unconscious. Patsy, her mom, freaked out, thinking she was already dead, and either strangled her and staged the kidnapping on her own or got her husband to help. In other words, it was a panicked cover-up of an accident to preserve their ideal family image. Otherwise, you have to believe that someone broke in, fed John Bennett pineapple from the Ramseys' kitchen, even leaving it on the counter, bashed her head in, strangled her with art supplies found in the house, knew exactly where a tiny storage room in the maze-like basement was, then came back to the kitchen, wrote a ransom note in handwriting similar to Patsy's, using materials from the house, and then left without leaving any footprints or waking anyone up. Unsolved Mystery 3. What were Billy Joe McAllister and the narrator throwing off the Tallahatchie Bridge? According to a Redditor, the song tells of a rural Mississippi family's reaction to the suicide of Billy Joe McAllister, a local boy to whom the daughter and narrator is secretly connected. The song received widespread attention, leaving its audience intrigued as to what the narrator and Billy Joe threw off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Gentry later clarified that she intended the song to portray the family's indifference to the suicide, which she deemed a study in unconscious cruelty, and remarked that the object thrown was not relevant to the message. The audience found more meanings than she intended, with theories including a baby, a wedding ring, and flowers. While she indicated that what happened at the bridge was the motivation behind Billy Joe's suicide, she also left it open to the listener's interpretation. Gentry had no answer and aimed to show people's apathy. Unsolved Mystery 4. I'd have to pick the Voynich manuscript. It's a book from the 15th century, written in an unknown language that no one has been able to translate yet. Unsolved Mystery 5. The Max Headroom broadcast incident. The Max Headroom broadcast intrusion has to be one of the best pranks ever pulled. Unsolved Mystery 6. The disappearance of Judge Crater. It's completely mysterious, with strange evidence that doesn't reveal conclusively what happened to him. Unsolved Mystery 7. Not sure if it's a favorite, but our celebrity number 6. Unsolved Mystery 8. The Green Children of Woolpit, who appeared in the village in Suffolk, England during the reign of King Stephen between 1135 and 1154. They would only eat broad beans, spoke a peculiar language, and hailed from a land where the sun never shone and light was like twilight. They eventually learned to eat a varied diet and lost their green tint, but the boy died. The girl lived, eventually learning English, but she was naturally impudent. She explained that they were from St. Martin's Land, where everything was green. Unsolved Mystery 9. In 1912, a 4-year-old boy named Bobby Dunbar from Louisiana went missing. Almost a year later, in 1913, they found what they believed to be Bobby Dunbar in Mississippi, but the boy's parents insisted he was their son, Bruce Anderson. The U.S. government convicted him of kidnapping. Bruce Anderson eventually died in 1966, believing he was Bobby Dunbar. But before that, he had a son named Bobby Dunbar Jr., and in 2004, a DNA test revealed he was actually an Anderson, meaning they kidnapped someone else's kid. What really happened to the real Bobby Dunbar is still unknown. Unsolved Mystery 10. Who really built the Sphinx? We assume it was Pharaoh Khafre, the builder of the second Great Pyramid, but he never mentions building the Sphinx. The structure also shows signs of thousands of years of water erosion, suggesting it might be much older than originally assumed, since that part of Africa hasn't seen consistent rain in millennia. Unsolved Mystery 11. What happened to little Chiron Horman? Unsolved Mystery 12. The Delphi murders of Libby and Abby. The case haunts me. Those poor girls did their best to give evidence of their murders, and it still hasn't been solved. My friends and I used to mess around on public trails at that age, so it hits close to home. Police have arrested someone for their murders, but there's no trial yet. Unsolved Mystery 13, the Lane Bryant Massacre. 5 women were killed in a failed robbery, and 16 years later, not a single suspect has been found. This case upsets me because Lane Bryant sells clothes for plus-size women, and 4 out of the 5 victims were over 30. I wonder if they were 20-year-old thin blondes. Would the case have created more urgency? The 2022 University of Idaho massacre had 3 young, thin blonde victims, and within a month, police tracked down the killer across the country. I doubt law enforcement is apathetic based on the attractiveness of the victim. It's more likely the criminals didn't leave many loose ends, or there wasn't much to go on. There are tons of unsolved crimes that catch the public's attention due to the details or manner in which they were carried out. That's why D.B. Cooper caught so much attention, even to this day. Nobody cares that he was somewhere between plain-looking to unattractive. Unsolved Mystery 14, the Roanoke Mystery. In the 1700s, a family settled in Roanoke, North Carolina. The father went back to England for supplies, but got delayed because of the war with England and Spain. He stayed in England for 2 years, and when he returned to Roanoke, his family was gone. There was Crow written on a gate and Croatoan written on a tree, referring to a tribe of indigenous people in Roanoke. This mystery remains unsolved. Unsolved Mystery 15, the Baltic Sea Anomaly. It's truly baffling. Unsolved Mystery 16, Yuba County 5. A team of mentally handicapped men ran off into the woods for no apparent reason. One of the bodies was found in a survival trailer 20 miles up a snowed-in mountain. There's a Wendigoon video on it that I highly recommend. Unsolved Mystery 17. What was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction? Unsolved Mystery 18. Who was behind the Burger Chef murders? It's an unsolved crime in my neck of the woods. Unsolved Mystery 19. Maura Murray. That case drives me crazy. Unsolved Mystery 20. Who killed Jeffrey Epstein? Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like to discuss any of the unsolved mysteries, feel free to comment below.